Detroit Lions fans, Detroit Den 313, Will here back with another episode, man. Game day, a recap episode, man. I couldn't I couldn't start this thing off any other way than just prayers up for Aiden Hutchinson. Terrible injury in the game. Hate to see it. Uh, One of the pride and joy of these Detroit Lions, definitely the heart and soul of this defense. Those of you who caught my pregame show, we got this Aiden Hutchinson jersey that was to be given away if the Detroit Lions got the victory. Um, Obviously, I stand on business. I will be giving that jersey away tomorrow. That said, um, with it looking like that he may be out for the season, I will do you guys one solid. I got a couple other things. I still have two Jahmyr Gibbs bobbleheads left. If that's the route you would like to go instead of the jersey, due to the fact that he's probably, um, we're looking at him out for the season. That's understandable. We'll talk about it when I get to whoever wins that on Monday. But yeah, again, prayers up for Aiden and his family. Hate to see it. He is the kind of guy that just puts the work in, lives the life that you need to live to be a big name player in the NFL, one of the best, and he's just a great teammate, man. So hate to see that with Aiden, and man, it's just a tough injury. One thing that I will say, obviously, I'm not a medical doctor. I've been around ball for a long time, and just sports in general, and I got a training background. So um the little bit of knowledge that I do have about knee injuries and about bones, it it is typically better to have a bone injury than, like, if you were to tear your ACL, MCL, or you know be dealing with that type of stuff. So hopefully we're dealing with something that's as simple as possible. Clean break, set it, let that thing heal, and we move on. So yeah, it's looking like that shin, that tibia, um, is broken on Aiden, man. But enough about that. Listen, I'm gonna say this: 2 minutes in here, but even though we're starting like that, if you think that this is going to be another podcast where I'm going to be somber and I'm not going to have energy, uh, that's not what you're about to get from me. That's not what you're about to get from me. And bottom line is this: in this NFL, this is a violent game. Things happen. And I don't think Aiden Hutchinson would want his team or the fans to lose their mojo or not still be here cheering the boys on, rooting the boys on with all of their energy, pride, and electricity. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm about. Being around sports, that's what we've always done. When there was an injury to a teammate or you got injured yourself, you're out there cheering the boys on, or when you can, or you play on and you try to play for your brothers, man. So I got a little snippet at the end of this that goes into that the Hutchinson injury and the players' reactions. But um, moving on, I will say this: in my podcast before the show, or not before the show, before the game, I said this right here. I was expecting the Detroit Lions to be dominant, and that's exactly what we got. I further went on to say I was expecting it to be BTA. Again, if you don't know what BTA is, look it up, but that's exactly what it was. It was, you see it? It was belt the ass. We tore their ass up. We spanked the Dallas Cowboys in every facet of football. We beat them up and down the field. We beat them up offensively. We beat them up defensively. If you know how I feel about the Cowgirls, I don't like them. I love to see us beat them any chance we get. I know it was a piece of or a part of a revenge game for what happened last year, but I just don't like the Cowboys in general. I'm not big on their fans either. So to see us beat up the Cowboys, it brings me a joy that I can't even describe with words. So, Detroit Lions, thank you for doing that for me. Now, let's get into this game talk. Starting with the offense, man. Talking about dominance, we talked about it pregame. David Montgomery, right? Just gave him an extension. He did he did nothing but solidify what we did. He did nothing but solidify. Ran that thing down their throat. Um, ran tough, as did Jahmyr Gibbs. Offensive line looked phenomenal. Ben Johnson got beat up a little bit at the beginning of the season about being vanilla, about not being enough. I thought he stuck to his guns. They brought in a beat up Dallas Cowboys team, and we showed that they shouldn't have been on the field with us. Don't bring beat up teams to play the Detroit Lions. You will get exposed. You will get embarrassed. All right. So we did exactly what I thought we should do against these guys. We shared the rock. Everybody got some, from Laporta to J-Mo to Monra to Gibbs to David Montgomery, Khalif. Like the list goes on. We were sharing that rock. We were spreading it around. Jared Goff was doing his thing. And, I tip my hat to the offense just all the way across the board, man. Good job. In a game that could have got boring because we were so dominant, Ben even kept us involved, man, with his creativity. We were passing it to offensive linemen. We're doing hook and ladders to Penei Sewell. It was just fun, man. It was fun to watch. And I think that's a testament to our coaching staff, man, getting other people involved, rewarding some of those big boys that do the ugly work in the trenches, man, that doesn't always get rewarded. So again, tip my hat to that offense. Defensively, it's more of the same. Aiden, before he got banged up, man, he was just being dominant. He was being Aiden Hutchinson, who you expect for him to be. And the rest of the defense was doing their thing as well. Didn't let those guys in the end zone, interceptions, forced fumbles, dominating the line of scrimmage. This was just a Detroit Lions team that was showing that they were the better team, hands down, without any question. So I love to see it, man. I love to see it. I think that we have a special team here in Detroit. I think that there's no more Detroit Lions being underrated. There's no more question marks. There's no more if, ands, or buts about it. This Detroit Lions team is the type of team that you better pack a lunch if you're going to come play us, bottom line, and don't come in beat up, because we will embarrass you again. So defense, I'll get into it later on in the week, but defensively, right now, I'll say just across the board, great game defensively. Aaron Glenn, you called a great game, and it's just been basically all season to me. I can't believe that Aaron Glenn is still getting a hard time from some people. This defense has been phenomenal to me all season long. When we got to be bend but don't break, we are. When we have to apply pressure and get after you, we do. When we need to go man to man, we will. If we need to go zone, we will. It's nothing that I see that this Detroit Lions defense can't do, and I'm excited to see how this thing is going to be moving forward. Even with the loss to Aiden Hutchinson, I have nothing but confidence and respect in this organization, coaching staff, and players. I think that we are going to bounce back from this. So, guys, if you're feeling in your heart that this thing is over, it's not. We'll bounce back. Demo, man, breaking Walter Payton's record. Pretty cool. I know it's not a big deal to you, but every Boy Scout, every Eagle Scout and Boy Scout across the world, shout out to you guys. If you guys don't know, David Montgomery was a Boy Scout, Eagle Scout. So shout out to you guys, man. David Montgomery did his thing today, breaking Walter Payton's record. That was pretty cool to see. Congratulations to you, Demo. I know you watched the show. That said, man, it was just an overall great thing to see as far as these Detroit Lions go. Just a dominant victory. I've talked about it before. This is another thing. This is another layer to the things that I'm looking for from this Detroit Lions team. Don't play down to your competition when you're supposed to be dominant. Be dominant, right? So I asked earlier in the year and even during the offseason, I wanted some of these victories that you see from teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, the old school New England Patriots. You get on the field with these guys, and if you're not supposed to be there, they expose you and they win by 21 points, dominant. It's never close. Like, you're never in the ball game. That's what I wanted to see. Finally got it. It's one of the most dominant performances that I've seen out of Detroit Lions team in quite some time, and I'm thankful for it, man. Even getting into some of the statistics, I got them right here. We got like I said, it was everywhere. Demo, 12 rushes for 80 yards, 2 TDs. Jahmyr Gibbs, 12 rushes, 63 yards. We're looking at Jameson Williams, 3 catches and a tutty, right, and 76 yards. Khalif Raymond, 4 catches. Tim Patrick, 4 catches. Sam Laporta with the trick play and a touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 4 catches and a touchdown. Man, I could go on and go on and go on, man. It is special seeing this thing happen. Brian Branch, 2 interceptions and a forced fumble. Are you kidding me? This thing is special, what we got going on in Detroit. Guys, please do not allow yourself to get into these pity parties, man, because the bottom line is Aiden Hutchinson wouldn't want you to have a pity party. Pity party. I can't even talk. I'm getting so excited. He wouldn't want you to have a pity party. He would want you to cheer on the boys. He would want you to be excited for the boys. And I guarantee you, the moment that Aiden Hutchinson can get back to this team, he's going to still be involved. He's going to be still be engaged, and he's going to be injecting this team with electricity. So, guys, peel yourself up off the ground, right? It was a bad, gruesome injury to a pivotal player for the Detroit Lions, but we're not built on one guy. We're a team. We're a team, and maybe we lost him on the field, but we haven't lost him. He's still with us, and his spirit is still going to be with us. His energy is still going to be with us. He's still going to be on that sideline, and I guarantee that this thing is going to keep rolling. He'll be back next season. Maybe he'll be back for the Super Bowl. Who knows? I wouldn't count him out. I'm just I look at it like this, and this is where I'll wrap it up. At the end of the game, they interviewed David Montgomery, and they were talking about the extension, the game, obviously Aiden Hutchinson, and he said this. Aiden Hutchinson is one of the guys who are the heart and soul of this team. He's definitely the heart and soul of the defense. He went on to talk about how great of a teammate he is, and he said, that we're going to gather around, or we're going to gather together, and we're going to do this thing for 9-7. As crazy as this might sound, right? As crazy as this might sound, the worst thing that could have happened to the NFL may have just happened today. Not the worst thing that could have happened to the Detroit Lions, and I'm going to say it again. Not the worst thing that could have happened to the Detroit Lions. This may be the worst thing that could have happened to the rest of the NFL, because now you're going to see this team band together with a purpose. They're going to want to do it for 9-7, right? And I think you might see this team take it up a notch, right? You might see this team elevate their game, right? And obviously we'll be hurting in that position. We don't have anybody that can replace Aiden Hutchinson on multiple levels, from his leadership to his ability. But you might see everybody take their game up to another level, knowing that they got to pick it up for 9-7, and I can't wait to see it. So, guys, like it, comment it, share it, do what you got to do if you're feeling moved. But I'm telling you, do not hang your head. This thing is not over. We are going to continue to push every one of these teams to the limit. They're going to have their hands full, and I'm still expecting to see the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl. That's it for today's episode, man. I'll be back with another one in the morning.